Hi everyone, it's Gelsina. Welcome back to my page. Today we're doing a 25-minute full body advanced Pilates class in Italy. So when you're ready, let's begin just by finding a comfortable position, closing the eyes, and just finding your in-breath and out-breath for a moment. Let's begin now to bring the shoulders up towards the ears and roll them back in circles. Really exaggerating this pose, loosening the muscles. And then let's relax the shoulders and bring the arms up as you inhale, look up. And as you exhale, bring the fingertips down to the ground. Let's do this a few times, just at your own pace. Beginning to warm up the arms. And then let's bring our hands to our knees and just begin to move the upper body from side to side. Let's come forward and back. And as you come forward, push the chest out and round back as you push back. Very good. Let's come now to hands and knees. Making sure your knees are under the hips. Just beginning to move the spine now in cat and cow position. Breathing with each movement. Just pausing in any position that feels good for you. Let's now come back to neutral and bring your right leg straight behind you. Reach your left arm forward, and as you inhale, bring the knee and elbow in, and as you exhale, push out. Let's do this a total of 7 times. Really bringing everything in and reaching out. And now let's hold everything up and then lower back down. Let's go right to the other side. As you inhale, squeeze everything in, exhale, push out. Just 3 more. 2 and 1. Let's hold it and lower down. Great job. Now we're going to add a little spice to this movement. So let's reach our right leg back. And you can bend the leg here. And then reach back with your left hand and tap back. And then reach forward. So you should really feel this in your whole body here. Let's do 1 more. And then this time reach back and hold the foot. Lift up and breathe. Release. And now let's do the other side. Bend your left leg. And if it's comfortable for you, let's tap our right hand and foot together. Left foot, right hand. This is quite a balancing pose as well. All right, on this one, let's take a hold of the foot, lift up and breathe. Notice where you feel this pose. Slowly lower down. Let's bring the knees together on the mat. Tuck the toes, and then we'll just do knee taps. So barely lifting the knees up and down. We'll do this 10 times. Pushing into the palms, breathing. And now let's do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So good. Walk your feet back and push back to downward dog. This should feel really good. Relax the head. Find your breathing. Let's now raise our right leg up behind us. Bring it into the chest, lower it down, and lift it back up. Push back to three-legged dog. We'll do this a few more times. In, tap, and back out. On this last time, let's bring it in and walk the foot between the hands, coming into a lunge. Lower your back knee down, and then we'll raise our right arm up and reach back. Twist and look towards your hand. Breathe. Come back to center, lift your back leg up and come into a high lunge. Feeling grounded in your feet, let's hinge forward now at the hips. Keep your arms alongside the ears, and then we'll tap our back foot forward and back. Let's do this 5 more times. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then on this last one, let's hold it. Keep breathing. And now from here, let's feel balanced on our right leg, so keep that right leg bent. And then we're going to lift our back leg up as we bring the fingertips down. And then come back up. So we're just tapping our back foot towards the ground and lowering our fingertips to the ground. This is a really challenging balancing pose, but really great for your core and for your glutes and legs. Let's just do 2 more. And then on this last one, let's step our back leg all the way back and come into a high lunge. Good job. Let's shift forward to warrior 2 pose. And then straightening your front leg, let's reach back and up. That should feel really good. I was a little shaky here as I'm doing these exercises on rocks. Let's step back now to a downward dog. And we'll do all of that on the left side. So reach your left leg up behind you, pull the knee in, tap it down, bring it back to your chest, and back to a 3-legged dog. Let's do this a few times with each breath. Really good. And then on your next one, let's step this left foot in between the hands, coming into a high lunge. We'll lower that back knee down. And just like we did the other side, let's reach back with our left arm now and twist, looking to your left hand. Come back to your high lunge, find your balance, and then we will hinge forward and tap our right foot forward and back 7 times here. Find your balance on your left foot and your left leg. 3, 2, 1. Let's hold that leg back. Just like we did on the other side, keep your left leg bent and then slowly bring your balance to the left foot. Reach your fingertips down to the ground, just lightly tapping them, and then bring your back foot up and down. So let's do this 5 more times. Finding the balance in the core here. So we're just touching everything very lightly. 2, 1, and then let's step that foot all the way back, coming into a warrior 2 pose here. Straighten that front leg. That should feel really good. Bringing the hands down, let's step back to downward dog. Let's shift forward to plank position now, and then drop the knees and push back to child's pose. Just take a moment here to find your breath. Let's come up now to hands and knees, and then lift the knees up to plank pose. Feeling strong here, you can stay with your knees lifted or lower them down to do a push-up. Make sure the elbows stay close to the body, lift back up, and then come to your right side to a side plank. So come back to center, do a push-up, lift up, and come to the left side for a side plank. Making sure you keep those hips high during your push-up and during your side planks. Feeling strong wherever you are. Let's do 2 more on each side. Breathing with each movement. Feeling strong in the entire body. And then coming back to center, let's lower all the way down onto our front bodies. Let's come up to Sphinx pose, so bringing your forearms down in front of you, press into the forearms and the palms and breathe here. Lifting the chest. Stay as you are or lift the elbows off the ground for an advanced pose. Let's lower back down now. And then from here, bend your legs. So we'll do one leg at a time. We'll just lift the knee up and then lower back down. So starting with the left and then the right. Keep your stomach on the ground and just feel this in your lower back and your glutes. Really good. Let's now keep both the knees together and lift them both up. 5, 4, I know this is tough. 3, 2, 1. Let's come back down. Push into the palms and push back to child's pose. That should feel really good for your back. Let's now come back up to hands and knees and do a similar series. Bending the right leg, let's just pump up with the heel 10 times, keeping the hips in line. Feel this in your glutes. And then let's stay as you are and just shift your left leg to the side and reach the right arm and leg straight out. So we'll bring the knee and elbow in together. We'll do this 10 times, really trying to keep the hips high here. Good job, just 3 more, 2, 1. And this last time, let's hold the arm and leg lifted and just do 10 pulses up and down. Really good. Let's now bend the leg, take a hold of it, just like we started class, and then come back to straight arm and leg. So we're bending, tapping, and coming back. This is very challenging, I know. Keep going. Now let's just hold the arm and leg straight up and release back down to hands and knees. Good job. I know that was a tough one. Let's do it on the other side. Let's bend our left leg now, bringing the heel towards the sky, and then just pulsing 10 times here, being aware of your hips. And now let's just pivot with the right knee to the side and have a straight line with the leg and arm, bringing the elbow and knee together, inhaling and exhaling as you bring in and push out. Really good job. Let's now keep the leg and arm raised and let's do our pumps here. So we'll just lift 10 times. Feel that you are in control with the body. And from here, we'll bend the leg and tap the foot and hand together. 10 times here. Where do you feel this in your body? Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, keep those hips high. 1. Now let's just hold everything lifted. And then lower back to hands and knees. Good job. Wow, that's a tough one. Push back to child's pose and take a well-deserved rest. Let's lift back up to hands and knees. Lower the elbows down. And then let's come into a forearm plank. So bring the feet back and make sure the hips are in line with the body. Just focus on your breathing here. You can always stay here or lift one arm up and then the other arm, and then we'll lower the opposite down, coming back up. So we're just switching forearms, lifting and lowering. You should really feel this in the shoulders and the arms and even the abs. Find your breath and go with the rhythm of your breath. Let's do one more on each side. And then holding in your plank position, let's shift forward and back with the toes. I know this is really difficult and everything is burning, but just focus on your breathing. It's almost over. Now let's just hold steady in plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Let's bring one forearm on top of the other in front of us and just rest the forehead on top. Take a moment here to let your breathing go back to normal. Let's now bring the palms to the ground and lift up to a high cobra pose. Really opening your chest here, bending the back, and then lower back down. And we'll do this again, maybe straightening the arms even more. Coming back down and lifting back up as you breathe. Lower all the way down this time and then bending one leg and then the other, reach back and take a hold of the tops of the feet. As you inhale, lift everything up and continue breathing in your bow pose. This should feel really good for the entire spine. And then lower all the way down, release the feet, push up and back to child's pose. Let's now turn around and lie on our back. We're just going to end class with a very quick ab series. Bring your right knee into your chest and then straighten the leg. So from here, we'll switch legs. So bringing your left leg into the chest, lowering the right down, just switching, trying to keep your shoulders down. And then very slowly just lift the head and we're just switching even faster with the legs. Feel free to stay here or maybe just take the arms out in front of you. So you're not using the arms, you're just using the legs. Breathing. Really good job. Now from here you can add on just by clapping behind each leg. So you're sort of lifting and crunching up. Your abs should start to burn here. Really good job. Let's stop now and just do bicycles. So we're just bringing opposite elbow to opposite knee as fast as you can here, really burning it out. Really good. Now let's bring our knees into our chest and then we'll straighten the legs out and straighten the arms behind us. Really good. So inhale, bring everything in. Exhale, push out. So we're not letting the feet or arms touch the ground. They're just hovering. And I like to imagine bringing positive energy in and around my body while I do these exercises here. So good. Let's just do a few more. And then on this last one, let's hold the arms and legs out. Really good. Keep breathing, keep breathing. And then lower down. I like to bring the knees into the chest. And then straighten the arms and legs down to the ground. Really good job. Let's now bend the legs, making sure that the feet are hip distance apart. And push into the feet, lift the hips up to bridge pose. So you can stay here, you could interlace the fingers underneath you. Or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you could come into the full bridge pose by bringing your hands alongside the ears and pushing up. Wherever you are, lift the hips and breathe deep. This should feel really good after all of our ab work. Lower all the way back down now. Bring that right knee into your chest and we'll take it over to the left side, just into a nice twist here. Come back to center, bring your left knee into the chest and take it across to the right. Come back to center, release the legs down. And now bending your knees, bring your right ankle on top of your left knee and bring your left knee into your chest. Breathe into the hips. And then switch sides. Lower the legs back down, and you can keep the legs straight, or I like to bring the bottoms of the feet together, let the hips go out, and just open the arms out as well. And then we'll straighten the arms and legs and just take a moment here to let everything settle. Let your breathing relax. Take your time as you roll to one side, using your arm as a pillow here, and then make your way all the way back up to sitting, taking your time. Come up with a tall spine and just notice how you feel here. Reach the arms overhead, making circles with the hands to stretch out the wrists, and then lower the hands down. We'll come into a twist. So Twisting now to the right side. Bring your left fingertips to your knee and look over the right shoulder. Bring the arms back up, and then we'll twist to the other side. Come back to center, reach the arms up, bring the palms together, and bring them down in front of your heart. We'll end our class here today. Thank you so much for sticking with it. If you like this class, subscribe and share. See you next time.